while your ego doesn't know anything. Because it doesn't know anything, you are enveloped by it. If he had known, if the ego had known what is the truth, you will be a free person, absolutely free. But you don't want to surrender your ego. You don't want to allow yourself to flow into the river as thou, oh, he said it. No, you don't want to enjoy. You want to have your own speciality. Individuality is very different from having a kind of an ego within yourself that I am this, I am that. So this differentiation must start. After realization, in the light of realization, you should start seeing this. Now the first and foremost thing is to tell your ego to sit down. Keep quiet. You don't know anything. And also in the modern times, it's a big fashion. You ask somebody, I don't know. You ask somebody, what's your name? I don't know. He doesn't even know his name. And to be stupid is a fashion. To show that you are very stupid, they think they are showing they are very innocent. It's not a stupidity. This stupidity I don't know which animal has. Still I don't know what is the source of it. Still I'll have to find out. Who is the animal which has generated this stupidity in the... But I know one thing. It is our ego. Ego makes a person absolutely stupid. In Marathi, you see, thank God, the language is so rich that anybody who starts showing off his ego, they say he's climbing on a bush. There's a little bush and he's climbing on that. All this ego comes through your own so-called ideas, achievements. But what are these achievements? You don't know anything. And this is what today I have to tell you. That if anything is working out today is your surrender of your ego. If you know how to surrender your ego, you'll work it out. Another thing which surprises me sometimes, in the West especially, that I think the women are the power, the Shakti. But in the West I find women are not using Adi Shakti. No. Firstly, they are still very much possessed by their emotions and by their ideas and things like that. One side is man who is with the ego. But even women are very egoistical. Very much. It's very difficult. For example, you marry some girl, Western girl, to somebody, she'll be very happy, jumping, taking all the presents, congratulations, wearing all dress, everything. After 10 days she'll come and say, Mother, I'm confused. Confused? How? I'm now confused. You are confused now or before? I'm now confused. All right. You return all your ornaments, everything. No, then let me think. This is not the level of a Sajogini. Sajogini is the Shakti. And she has to take up challenges. I'll show you. I'll do it better. On the contrary, I find them extremely dominating. I'm amazed. Why should Shakti dominate? If she's Shakti, she'll not dominate. Those who are not will dominate. Like you see, you go in India to any collector's house, The collector would be humble, but the constable would be dominating. In the same way, I find this domination business is very common. And also a kind of a temperament of like a nun. They'll dress up like a nun, behave like a nun, they won't smile. What is? Are you Sahajoginis? Or what are you? Are you nuns? Then better join nunnery. Why I'm telling you, we're talking about Adi Shakti. So I'm talking about Shakti. How the Shakti has to come up. I was surprised that women were not spreading Sahaja Yoga. So somebody told me that leaders don't want women to spread Sahaja Yoga. I said, wrong. If the leader says that, it's not proper. But first of all, the Sahajoginis have to be real Sahajoginis. Because so far I've seen anybody else, you try to give any lady, try to give her the position of a leader, she just finishes off the people. Not all, but some. Now the duty of a Sahajogini is to develop herself through meditation, through understanding oneself, and through self-esteem that I am a Sahajogini. I am the one who is Shakti. I am the potential of that. I am the potential myself. What do? Nothing. I didn't erect this, I didn't put this on, nothing of the kind. I am nicely sitting here talking. But potential I am. Am I the potential? This is what the Sahajoginis have to decide. Otherwise, they are possessed, they are daydreaming, thinking no end of themselves. It's very difficult. I want some nice Sahajoginis to be the leaders. I really want. But as soon as they become leader, they are on a horse, running so fast. So humble down. Unless and until there's a big space in the pitcher, what water can flow into it? Have a very large heart. Anybody comes to your house?
How far can they go? See, they will act. Do whatever it is possible for them. But it is your freedom which has to decide so how it goes up. Then we come to Agya Chakra, which is the light itself. That is the one that enlightens your attention, Agya Chakra. That is the light by which you see everything after realization. And when you know you are the light, and when you know that you are the eternal light, that nothing can kill you, nainam chidanti shakprani, nainam dahati pavak. Once you know that in your Agya, then all the fears and domination disappear just like that. Because it is the light of love that does not dominate, nor is afraid, because it knows it is eternal. It is not afraid of death or of crucifixion or of anything. So to allow the joy of Agya to penetrate within you is to stabilize your light. In that light, you will enjoy your sacrifice. Like the martyrs who kill themselves with joy. In the same way, whatever trouble you have to put in for Sahaja Yoga, you will do it with joy. Anything that you have to face, any kind of sacrifice. Now the Sahaja Yogis are of a great understanding, have developed a lot. But in the beginning we had Sahaja Yogis, you don't know what headaches I had with them. They used to say, Mataji, we went there to talk to that man and we had to take some tea on the way. Will you pay for that? इथून सुरुवात होती. सॅक्रिफाईसचं सुटलं, माताजींना किती त्रास द्यायचा तेच. How much Mataji is going to pay for this and how much Mataji is going to pay for that and how much she is going to look after us and how much money we are going to save out of this arrangement or that arrangement is calculated first of all. And by coming to Sahaja Yoga, if you can become a leader or if you can get elected, all these things were calculated. But you have to become the light that never dies, which is above all the joys. The Son who crucified himself for the sake of his mother's love, who carried the cross. In the presence of a mother who was so powerful. Such children, you have to be to carry the light. Sacrifice, the enjoyment of sacrifice. Otherwise 2 पैसे इथे दिले, मला रात्री झोपायला नाही मिळालं, सकाळचं हे झालं. Troubling your mother for nothing at all. How much you can sacrifice. तन मन धन. तर मला नको तुमचं धन, पण तरी धन लागतं. Sacrifice for your emancipation, for your light being kept alive. Early in the morning one has to get up at 4 o'clock is too much for English people. That is the greatest sacrifice. You can tell them anything else. If you ask them, they'll give you 10 pounds, but don't wake them up in the morning. Because if they have to do dhyana in the morning, it's horrible. And then if you ask them to take a bath, that's the worst of all. To get up in the morning, have a bath and then do dhyana is too much. But for Indians, तो विषयच बोलू नये. बाकी सगळं करतील तिकडे, पण सकाळी उठू नका त्यांना. Here Indians will get up if you tell them 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, have their bath 4 times they will sit down for dhyana and all that they will. पण बसनी जायचं की पायी जायचं इथून सुरुवात. जर बसनी निघालो तर 5 पैसे जास्त लागतील. पायीच निघावं, उशीर होईल, पण काय माताजींचं असंच आहे, आल्या तर आल्या, नाही आल्या तर नाही आल्या. आपलं मनाशी विचार करत चाल. तिथं माताजी येऊन सगळं संपलं तरी आपले हळूहळू येऊन राहिलेत मागाव. ते 5 पैसे जर वाचवले तर बरंच आहे नाही का. आता काही असलं तरी माताजींना पेरू आवडतात. मग रस्त्यात मिळाले तर जीव एखादे 5 पैशाला एक मिळाला तर बरं आहे. पण 10 पैशाला असलं तर मग कठीण आहे. परत माताजीला चणे आवडतात. ते काय आपल्या स्वस्त ते माताजींचं काम आमचं फार स्वस्त बरं का, कठीण आहे सांगायचं. डिस्क्रिप्शन असोच बाहेर सगळ्यांना. आमचं माताजीचं अगदी साधं काम. 1 4 आण्याचे चणे आणि काय नाही, आपलं 1 नाही तर 2 पेरू बस. एवढ्यावर खुश होतात आमच्या माताजी. नाही तर आपली फुलं एखादी वेडी बिडी घातली तर फार. पण जास्त खर्चाचं काम नाही माताजींचं आमचं. नाही तर आपलं गणपतीला गेलं तर जास्त पडतं, पण माताजींना पडत नाही एवढं. झालं आमचा संबंध केरा व्यक्तित्व. म्हणजे अगदी सगळं असं हिशेबी. sacrifice What are we sacrificing? These stones and this dust. For what? For the eternal light. हे तर असं झालं की आम्ही 5 रुपये दिले आणि एक टेलिव्हिजन सेट घेतला. केवढा आम्ही त्याग केला हो 5 रुपयाचा. त्याच्यापेक्षा आउट ऑफ प्रपोर्शन. इट्स आउट ऑफ प्रपोर्शन यू आर गोइंग टू गेट. दिस इज नॉट सॅक्रिफाइस. दिस इज नॉट even the slightest the value of what you are going to get. Out of proportion it is. I don't know how to tell you. It's out of proportion. But that proportion you can only see when you have light. When the light starts, it goes to eternity. In the same way, this eternal life encompasses the whole world, and you know the whole world within yourself. So the last chakra is of Sahasrara, which is a very important center because it is in the core of your heart. It's surrounding your heart. And all the 7 chakras have got their seats there. These are the seats which receive the joy and communicate to the heart. In Sahasrara, if you are there, already so many things you have got. You've got your vibrations, you've got your powers. But it's the most tricky center. It's a Mahamaya. Kalaki in a Mahamaya shape. It's a complete illusion. In the Sahasrara, the joy of Sahasrara is the joy of the entire thing because all the 7 seats are there. If you can capture your Sahasrara in complete recognition of this Mahamaya, complete recognition, which is a very difficult thing because always the Maya is there. Then there's nothing to talk about. Then see how your heart enlarges. See now. Just recognize. See the expansion of your heart. It will cover all your entire being. Just recognize. That's why we have puja here. I have allowed you to have my puja only for one reason. That's the only way you can recognize me, by seeing vibrations, by seeing chakras, by feeling them, by getting them more, by correcting yourself. This is why I have agreed to have this puja. But if you do not recognize and do puja, it is useless for you. It's very bad. Just recognize.